Hi everyone, welcome back to our episode 2 of our topic today, which is talking about the importance of data protection and why cloud disaster recovery is important to an organization. With me here today is Joane. Joane is the channel enablement specialist from Veeam Software. Hi Joane, thank you for coming to our segment today. Good to have you back with us again. So let's continue with our topic of discussion today. All right. So nowadays, we often hear customers being attacked by ransomware. It seems like ransomware is unavoidable nowadays. Yeah. So how does Veeam's solution address this ransomware situation?
Very good question. First, I would want to address to one very strong question that the customers always have. Why do I need to have ransomware protection for the backup? Because a lot of customers actually build their ransomware protection on their production data, but not on the backup data itself. But bear in mind, why? Because firstly, a backup copy is the last line of defense. It is when everything fails you, then the backup copy is where you fall back to do the recovery. So that's number one. Number two is anyone who is able to tamper with your data or retrieve your backup copy. That is as good as your production data. If I'm able to retrieve your backup copy, I can do a recovery or pull out the data from your backup copy and have the visibility of your production data. So I would first say that the production, to build the security on your production is important. So is the building the security on your backup for ransomware or any security prevention. That's one thing that we must address too. So when it comes to ransomware, there are many ways to actually build or layer your defense on that ransomware protection. So there will never be a silver bullet. There will never be one. So it is how many layers of ransomware protection and prevention that you build on that. So firstly, we do have a secure restore where customers are able to do an antivirus scan on the backup copy before they actually push it out to the production. That's number one. Number two, we have built a lot of immutability function on the different areas of our solution, be it our cloud tier, where you are able to turn on the immutability function, or alternative, our V11, our brand new feature, hardened Linux repository. If you want to build a write once, read many, or immutability function on the backup repository that's sitting on premise, that can also be done. So this is on the immutability function. Number three, when it comes to ransomware prevention, you can also integrate with the different deduplicated storage that you can on your second copy of your data. Number four, when it comes to how you deploy or install your backup infrastructure, you can actually have a distributed components deployment rather than have everything in one single site on your components installation. The last I would want to stress on is make sure you have AES 256 encryption on your backup copy to add on the security to your to layer your defense to ransomware.
Yes, Joane, a very spot-on explanation on how Veeam is able to address on the ransomware issue. Yeah. So, following that, when it comes to governance and compliance, Veeam talks a lot about data lab. So, why would customer need data lab?
So data lab is our isolated environment. It is a very powerful feature that you can power up different virtual machines into this isolated environment without affecting your production. And you can do your own data analysis of forensics on this virtual machine. So with that feature itself, we built on a feature called Sure Backup or Sure Replica that you can do virtual machine testing or recoverability testing scheduled recoverability testing of all the virtual machines that you back up with Veeam in this isolated environment. And after we do this verification, it will produce a report to the customer that all these virtual machines has been tested, and it is within all these virtual machines has been tested. So with that report, you can actually submit it for compliance requirement. Then on top of that, recoverability test is not the only thing that you can test with this SureBack isolated environment. You can also do the malware secure restore test while you are running the recoverability test on these virtual machines. What kind of assurance or benefit does customer enjoy with Aegis services?
Okay, first and foremost, Aegis is the first in Malaysia to be awarded the ISO 27001 ISMS certification in cloud disaster recovery service. So what does it mean? It means that our entire backup and disaster recovery process is governed by ISO 27001 governance, which also means that customers' data integrity, data security, data availability is Aegis' top priority when it comes to cloud backup and disaster recovery. Okay, Aegis also provides service level guarantee on service availability in Aegis data center. It comes with detailed compensation plan penned down in the agreement, which also means that Aegis is committed to its deliveries.
Then I have another question. How important is data sovereignty to the customer?
Some customers' nature of business is heavily governed or subjected to regulations or compliance. Those customers are very sensitive to have their data being located out from Malaysia. So that's where Aegis comes into play, whereby Aegis data center is located within Malaysia. So we are able to address the customer's pain when it comes to where their data's end destination is.
Okay. So what kind of services or packages that Aegis provide to the customer?
So under Aegis umbrella, we have 5 different products. Our core product will be Cloud Disaster Recovery Service. And then we also have Cloud Production Environment, which is the hosting service. We have Cloud Universal Backup, which is if you already have an on-premise backup, but you do not have an off-site backup. We are able to address this concern of yours, whereby we can still utilize your existing backup software, but we enable you to go off-site backup. Okay, we also have Cloud Office 365 backup, and lastly, we also have Cloud Endpoint backup. So for the past decade, for the past more than 12 years, our core, it means we only specialize on doing cloud backup and disaster recovery service.
What makes customers so happy with Aegis Cloud?
Basically, customer is happy with our services because we are a one-stop center providing cloud backup and disaster recovery service. So for the past 12 years, we have been focusing on doing only and solely cloud backup and disaster recovery, thus making us the revolutionary leader when it comes to cloud backup and DR. And also Aegis is the first and only cloud DR provider in Malaysia that provides this special service called Aegis One Pet, which also stands for One Price, Any Technologies. So what does One Pet mean? One Pet means that customer is able to utilize any backup software available in the market, but their recurring charges is at a fixed recurring price. So for example, today I approached you and we concluded that you will be subscribing to technology A and your recurring price will be probably 1,000 ringgit per month. Perhaps 6 months down the road, we realize that, technology A is unable to fulfill your RTPO. Therefore, we will bring in technology B to replace technology A, but your recurring price is still 1,000 ringgit per month. Thus, in explains the one price, any technologies. So ever since it was launched, it has been our best seller till to date. Okay, and based on all the testimonials that we receive from customers, they are very happy with Aegis Unlimited DR drills that we provide to customer in a year. And the best part is it is assisted by dedicated DR drill teams. So we provide unlimited DR drills in a year. All DR drills are assisted with dedicated DR professionals. So the task of the DR professionals are to assist customer during the DR drills to ensure successful DR drills. Okay, so customers are always very happy when it comes to this point because we ensure successful DR drills for customers.
It thrills me when you talk about DR drill because it's very related to where Veeam comes into the picture. So what you're telling us is that you are able to provide DR drill, DR reports, or documentation to the customer, and in this very niche that you are a professional in that.
Yes, you're right. Especially when customers ask to customize reports, because we have managed service, and part of our managed service package is to provide daily monitoring, active monitoring, and we also provide customization reports to customers. So we have received requests before from customers that they want to customize a lot of customization into their daily report, their monthly reports. Yes, that can also be done. It is part of our service and it is inclusive, no additional charges.
Why do you think being easy to use, simple and flexible is so important for you as a service provider?
Yes, you are right. Because with Aegis service, we also have a delivery period that we need to commit to the customer in terms of our service deliveries. We are able to deploy with confidence and we seldom face any hiccups during our deployment. So that's why Veeam is always the preferred choice to go.
That's why it goes into simple, flexible, reliable, and powerful, be it you are for a customer or even a service provider.
So Joanne, our last question to you is, if there is only 3 features that you would like to highlight regarding Veeam solution, what will be the 3 features?
Wow, that is a very difficult question, Ai Vee, because Veeam is such a feature-packed solution. So if you really want to do me to highlight 3 features, then first I would definitely talk about our instant recovery, how unique our instant recovery is, and the kind of flexibility that we provide to the customer on instant recovery. Second would be on our host-to-host replication that is combined with our backup solution. So with one single console that you're able to do both backup and host-to-host replication with Veeam solution. The third feature, I will talk about our very powerful isolated environment, which is called the data lab, that there are so many different features that you can run on with this isolated environment. So be it if you want to do forensics, data forensics or data analytics on it, or you want to troubleshoot your virtual machine, or if you want to do recoverability tests, all this can be done with our powerful isolated environment. So these are the 3 features that I will highlight to our customers to look into and see the difference that we have compared to in the industry.
So guys, we have reached the end of our segment for episode 2 today. Thank you so much, Joanne, for your time. It was a very wonderful insights that we have on Veeam backup solution. Please don't forget to subscribe to our Aegis social media, for example, our Facebook, LinkedIn, and also our YouTube channel. That's all we have today, everyone. Thank you so much for your time. See you in our next episode.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.